Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The Hearthstone Titans big balance patch is approaching and I'm already been working on some deck ideas for that balance patch, and surprisingly this deck idea actually turned out to work quite well already in the current ladder, and I expect to have some fun times with this after the patch is live. So at the time I've been playing this, the patch has not been live yet. The patch is going to bring two changes for this deck. Felstring Harp is going to go down to just 1 mana, so you'll have more healing more easily. And then Thaddius Monstrosity is going to, instead of making cards cost 1, it's just going to discount those cards. But this specific deck doesn't really rely on Thaddius doing those things, because Thaddius is here for a couple of reasons. One, it's an undead minion, so if you are unable to get Darkened Rathier out on the board and into a resurrect pool, then you might be able to resurrect some Thaddiuses with your infantry reanimators. And second, it costs 10. So because it costs 10, then with Wing Welding, you can just blast enemy minions by discarding your Thaddius. So Thaddius is not really here to cheat mana. Thaddius is here just because it's a big undead minion. So it's still completely fine even after the nerf. And Felstring Harp is going to get better. So this deck overall, this is a Renathal Control Warlock. And when I say Control Warlock, I mean control. Yes, we're going to control the game. I have Dirty Rats here, so we can pull some combo pieces like Sieve away from the opponent's hand. There's Immolate here, so if we're playing against something like a Control Warrior with their Odins and stuff, then we can potentially just Immolate away a bunch of those armor cards, get rid of some of their combo pieces. There's Wing Welding here. So Wing Welding gives access to some very cheap board clears when it's used with the right cards. And in this case, those right cards are Thaddius and then Phantom, Lord of the Opera. Thaddius and Phantom, they're here for the Wing Welding. Thaddius, of course, also here for the Resurrections. And then they're here for Loken, Jailer of Yogg-Saron, so you can sometimes pull off some big Loken plays together with Forge of Wills and get those Rush minions and do things like that. And then finally, the way you actually want to win games is based on these three cards. You have Sargeras the Destroyer, so you have those Infinite Imps. Then you have Darkened Rathier. Lifesteal at the end of your turn, deal 6 damage to the enemy hero. And you can resurrect Darken, because you have infantry enemies in the deck. And then you can also copy Darken, because you have reverberations in the deck. So you can copy the original Darken, or you can resurrect Darken and make copies of that, and that's just going to add up a lot of damage and healing at the same time. And then there's the good old Lord Jaraxxus with the 3/8 Blood Fury. So a lot of fun ways to end the game. Eventually, you're not going to fatigue, you are going to end the game with some of these cards. Lots of defensive tools, lots of disruptive tools, and boom, that's the deck. And this is what the deck looks like in action. That should be coming at some point. Videos coming out about the patch are kind of funny. Now, what do you mean in particular? I was thinking if I should make some deeper analysis of what the patch will mean. But then again, we're going to see that in a little while, right? So I just don't know. This is always a tricky time to create Hearthstone content. And now, of course, there's also the Masters Tour, which is being played right now. I tried to watch that, but I didn't feel too excited about it. The people there really love to play their OTK decks. So next to be dead after the patch. Things will change. Although I grant that you are correct to the extent that over the past couple of years especially, Blizzard has been doing very minor changes with the patches. The patches often aren't super influential. I've changed the meta more previously, and now they just don't seem to want to change that much. They often prefer somewhat smaller changes. Make the top meta decks more in line with the others so that you can play other decks as well. But that also results in the top meta deck still staying relevant after the patch. I'm going to immolate all their cards. What do you think about that? Now your cards are on fire! They should be able to play those cards though. Shouldn't be too tough. But my gods! No, it's a symphony. Yeah, the Thaddius change. The more I think about Thaddius change, I mean, there's already been speculation that Thaddius change is going to enable. And I could coin the Loken, I guess. Like, Thaddius is now actually going to be used in a deck with cheap cards. And then you're going to do some pretty crazy stuff, maybe. I think I'll take the Sargeras here. Let's try this. Don't really have any healing right now. I think I'm playing against the Curse Warlock. Based on the drone deconstructors here. They're often used as a Defile enabler. And most typically in the Curse version. Like Thaddius... Oh! Loken. Loken here, Loken there. How about that? Curse Warlock doesn't run Loken. And they chose the Reanimator. That's weird. So Darkhan is coming. Darkhan is the most expensive. Darkhan can't be the most expensive card. This takes me down to... Yeah, I think I can do this. I think that this is fine. This takes me to 8 cards in hand. Then I'll draw 3. So I will go to 10 and I will discard one of those. I'm going to discard the supplies here. Those go into the dome. 9 cards in hand. So this should be okay. They could have Darkhan now. Why would they pick the Reanimator if they didn't have Darkhan in hand? Now for Thaddius, of course. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Now they might be able to play the rest of the cards without being burnt. And even if they can't, they can just reanimate that. That's quite powerful. Quite powerful indeed. I could obviously answer this with the wing welding still. What did I immolate? Supplies, consumption, couple of defiles and reverberations. Not the greatest things. My problem here is that if I kill Thaddius, they will just bring it back. I will need to chill for a turn here. I simply must chill for a turn. This has to happen. Now they're even. No, the odd cost cards cost 1. Yeah, so they could play Sargeras for 1. Let's see. They should be able to handle this, right? Most likely. But this play opens up Twisting Nether into then Immolate plus Hellfire. So that I can kill the Reborn Thaddius. Otherwise I couldn't do that. Okay. Oh, that was tough. That was actually tough. Well, now I have a Siphon Soul, which is nice. This brings me back. And I can just Siphon Soul this Thaddius here. And I can equip the Harp. And tap while I have the Harp, so I go to 10. Okay. We're still alive. They're going to play the Reanimator, so they will get the Reborn Thaddius. But the Reborn Thaddius dies to the Welding plus Hellfire. But then when they bring the next Thaddius back, then that's gonna be a problem for me, right?
We're not done with you yet.
Okay. Another Thaddius coming back would be a problem. If I Sargeras these... Because I could Sargeras them. But now I know they have a Reanimator in hand. So I can rat the Reanimator and then Weld and Hellfire. We're just going to rat the Reanimator. We didn't manage to do that. They had 2 minions in 2 cards. Well, now that's a problem. Maybe it's still fine. Maybe it's still fine. They have another Reanimator now. Then I'll have to Sargeras that Reanimator. They won't have many cards. Because I will have to Sargeras this board. Won't proc the... That won't proc the... That will not proc the Reborn. So now I've seen both Reanimators and all copies of Thaddius. And they need an answer. And we take the game. Okay. There is... What is there? There's the... Hollowhound to 3/4. Bioluminescence to 4 mana. What else? Thaddius effect is going to be changed to make cards cheaper instead of setting their cost to 1. Was there anything more? Costumed Singer, yes, Alexigor, thank you. Costumed Singer from 2/1 to 1/1. And then lots of warrior buffs, like 5 cards or something. Like that night it is then. Let's see about that. Those plagues can be pretty annoying. I need to find actually some cards that win games. There's also chapters in the video, so you can skip directly to the part where I talk about the... where I talk about card changes, if you're not interested in the other stuff. I think I need to kill those. It does put some plagues into my deck, but what can you do? Zinajari? Anybody? Let's see. Do they have a card that handles this? There are many. Of course, but... that's one of them. That's definitely one of the cards that handles that. Well, that's why we have Defile. And the coil. Oh no. My next card costs 1 more. That was tough. I will still be able to play Loken next turn if I want to. Because I can play a coin for 1 mana to gain 1 mana.
The more you struggle, the better.
Blightboard is killing it!
I will also try to go with the Dirty Rat here. I think I'll be a little greedy now. Will Rat. They have Hollowhound. Annoying. But it's okay. We'll be fine. I hope. We need a good hit from the Loken next turn, I guess.
We only need 1.
And we're going to need a good Loken hit here. Otherwise we are in trouble. Let's see about that. Sargeras would be nice. I'll give it a rush too so that it can kill the hound. Okay. We should be okay from here. They can't kill a 6-12. Apart from the Primus. With Primus they can kill a 6-12. Okay. I was slightly incorrect there. Then we might actually die. That was inconvenient. Need to siphon the Primus. Need to hit into that one, right? Need to hit into that one so that I can Mortal Eradication to kill all those enemies and heal up from them. Well, we're still in this. It just got a little trickier than I had hoped. Just a little trickier than I had hoped. But overall, no worries, no worries. We can get the Taunt Imps. We'll still be fine. The Taunt Imps are coming. Do I dare to draw a card? It's 5 plagues in the deck. I think I dare. We'll coil that one. We'll even make a 6-12 rush minion to clear the board. And we will have the Taunt Imps now. 8 health, obviously. Can be a problem. We'll see. Oh! Another Chained Guardian. Not bad, not bad. She's able to kill Sargeras. Good for you, I guess. Good for you. This is Symphony time. I don't have a minion on the board, but that's okay. I would have preferred a healing thing here, but we'll do this. We'll put more stuff into the deck so that it's less likely that I will draw plagues. I can also Drain Soul to kill that one. Then the big question is, do I need to do the Scourge supplies? There's 5 plagues in the deck. Scourge supplies is perfectly acceptable. This should be completely fine. We'll have a Harp. Harp is good. And Harp just wins, right? I'll do the Harp, and I can even heal here a little bit. It'll be totally fine. Do I need more pressure? Harp will nullify some plagues, but my hero power could mean that Harp doesn't nullify as many. I think we're going to reverberate on the Hound. Then we'll use this to kill those minions and heal up a little. I can afford to tap. My Harp up, I can afford to tap. And we're starting to reach the point where the Plague Death Knight just doesn't have anything left.
Pick me!
I'm trying to do something here, but ultimately it just won't be enough. And they're dead. Am I too scared if I mulligan like this? There's definitely a chance that I'm too scared when I do it like this.
I see you've brought guests.
But there are some reasons to be afraid. Hunter should be able to win this fight. But just because they should be able to do it doesn't mean that they always do. And that's a timely defile. Boom. Do this with priest one, okay. Hi, Philippus. More Jormungandr? And probably a hidden meaning. Which is kind of awkward. Because it will also get to attack immediately. And it can be pretty big, it can be really difficult to remove with like mortal eradication. I spent 2300 gold on packs. Alright. I kind of just want to tap here. I think I want to just do this for now. Alright, it's an Arcane Hunter. Well, that's good to know. Now we'll eradicate these minions. Those hidden meanings are really tricky. Okay. Is that a bait and switch? Could it be a zombies or something as well? Sometimes they even use cat trick. It's kind of unlikely, but it's possible. We'll just drain that one now. It was a cat trick. Okay. Oh dear. Those arcane spells are getting pretty huge here. I'm not feeling happy about that. I'll need to proc the hidden meaning now. At least we got rid of a Kraken Bane. That's something. Need to reduce the incoming damage a little bit. Here comes the hidden meaning. We're probably going to have to coin Nether next turn. Present time? Oh boy. Well, that's something. Well, now anything can happen. They might even lose all of their minions. I think I'm fine with that. Will Immolate do any good for me in this matchup? 9 cards in hand. I can play the Anubis up there. With 8 cards in hand, then I can draw 3 and discard 1. I think Phantom is the one that I need the least right now. Phantom can go. 9 cards in hand. We're sitting behind a taunt minion. They have plus 2 spell damage and everything. They have at least one. They've used one hidden meaning. They will have another. Now I can use a harp to heal up a little. I'm playing Thaddius next turn, right? They don't have any secrets in the deck anyway. So this is just a 2-1. They now have their prison ready. Okay, drew them 3 cards. That's nice. Alright. Not a bad prison. I mean, draw 3. Make a minion bigger, summon some stuff. It's pretty good. I can still play Thaddius because with this I can kill Agramar. We're going to coin Thaddius. And we'll make another 11/11, which in turn will kill Agramar. Ooh, tough luck. But they have all the Arcane stuff. So there's some pretty good stuff coming. They could find lethal. They have +2 damage on all the Arcane stuff. And they have this weapon swinging. They can probably get through a Thaddius here. Like, that's the bad part. Alex, you're starting to save some gold for the mini set. Yeah, it's a good idea. You get such a trash card. I mean, if they win this game, then it was because of the prison. Prison gave them so many more resources. But I think they can kill my minions and probably go face for like 9 this turn, maybe even more. If they have the right Arcane spells, they can have lethal this turn. Through that 11/11 taunt. Oh, I don't fully understand what's going on. I'll become Lord Jaraxxus, of course. Oh. Really? Well, I guess they didn't have lethal then. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.